Welcome in, everyone. Today we're going to be exploring what happened in Tilted Towers to close off this floor in Big Bertha for more than 7 years. As the storm closes over Tilted Towers, casting long shadows over the once bustling city, the typical mayhem of gunfire, explosive traps, and players chasing down loot was quieter today, replaced by an unsettling sadness. There was something wrong with Tilted, something off, and it was centered around one place. The room with caution tape in the middle of Big Bertha. This building wasn't like the others. It always stood out with its dark, crumbling facade. But recently, it became whispers of rumors. Yellow caution tape strung across the entrance read, "Do not enter. Keep out. Wood Brick Police." Beneath the tape was a door stood slightly ajar with a large hole in the roof. Let the sky look in. Above all, there was an eerie silence in Tilted, which never happened. For weeks, players have avoided it, speculating what might be on the inside, but none dared to cross the tape. Some said the building was cursed, while others believed it was haunted by glitches from an older version of the game. But there are new rumors spreading across Tilted Towers, whispers in the lobby, and warnings from more seasoned players. The Woodstone Police were involved. The Woodstone Police weren't like usual NPCs in Fortnite. They didn't wander the map, engage in firefights, or drop loot. They were more like a myth, an urban legend within the game, only spoken about in haunted hills. Those who claim to have seen them has described as strange, faceless figures. Police officer was warned high-tech gears with glowing visors, and according to these players, it had something to do with the room in Tilted Towers. It was on a dairy, dreaming evening when the sky had turned to almost purple within the storm that Ninja, a curious player with an itch for adventure, decided to investigate. He wasn't one for superstitions or wild stories, and the Stonewood Police, they were just another tall tale. Surely he wasn't afraid of a little caution tape or a haunted building. In fact, he was excited to see what laid inside. As he approached the building, the cold wind howled, and the remains of the battle laid around him. Gunfire rang out in the distance, but there was a silence. There was suffocating. The caution tape swayed gently in the Big Bertha breeze, almost as if it was calling for him. He glanced around, ensuring no one else was nearby to eliminate him. His fingers brushed against the tape, feeling its strange texture. Was it just the storm making everything feel weird, or was there something more to it? Ignoring his doubts, Ninja pushed the door open, hearing it creak loudly as if it had been sealed for years. The inside was dark, illuminated only by a faint glow from the chest illuminating on the crate. Dust floated in the air with trash littered around. The smell of an abandoned wood and metal filled his nostrils. The room looked like it hadn't been touched in ages. Empty crates, broken furniture, broken materials, broken windows. Everything was awry. In the far corner, just beneath the hole in the roof, was a small black and blue device blinking erratically. It looked like a police scanner of some sort of high-tech equipment, but it was clear it didn't belong. As Ninja moved closer, the device lights flickered, and suddenly he heard a voice, distorted and robotic, coming out of nowhere. "This is Officer 926, Code Blue. Proceed with caution." The message was short, but it made Ninja freeze in place. "Code Blue? What do you mean? Why is it being broadcasting in this abandoned building?" Before he could investigate further, a cold breeze swept through the room. He whipped around, heart pounding in his chest, and that's when he saw them. Standing in the doorway, outlined by a dim light from the storm outside, there were figures, two of them, dressed in dark, armored suits with blue glowing visors. Their movements precise, mechanical, like soldiers. They didn't speak, but their presence was enough to send a chill down Jake's spine. One of them raised a hand, pointing directly at him, in a voice that was almost too perfect to be spoken. "The area is under lockdown. You are a violation of protocol. Leave immediately." Ninja's mind raced. There were just any players anymore. They were Stonewood Police, and they were serious. What was this place? Ninja stammered, trying to make sense of what was happening. The other figure stepped towards his visor, glowing brighter. The room contains classified materials. The chest, the device, the energy signatures detected. They were not meant to be discovered. You are interfering with a process that is beyond your understanding. Ninja's stomach twisted. He didn't know what to do. Should he run, fight, or was it better to leave and forget the whole thing ever happened? He glanced at the chest in the center of the room. the one that had been in the center of so many rumors. There was no mistaking it now. Whatever was inside that chest wasn't just loot. It was something larger, something the police were determined to keep hidden. Before Ninja could react, one of the figures advanced, its hand reaching for the device at its belt. There was a sharp electrical buzz, and at an instant, Ninja was hit by a surge of energy. His vision blurred, and his body looked up as if he were caught in a trap. The last thing he ever heard before everything went dark was the distorted voice of an officer saying, "You've seen too much. The Zapper trap will now get you." The next day, Tilted Wool was once again alive with chaos, with players rushing through the streets, collecting weapons and building walls. No one seemed to notice the caution tape still hanging, fluttering in the breeze at the entrance of the old building. The room inside was once again filled with mystery and was now silent as the rest of the map. Ninja dropped into the game again, but when he passed by the building, he felt a strange sense of deja vu. He passed in front of the caution tape, his mind trying to recall the events of last night, but all he could remember was a fainting buzz sound and the feeling of something important slipping through his fingers. He reached for the door handle, but a voice in his head told him it wasn't worth it. He couldn't remember why, but somehow he knew it was better to leave the caution tape there as it was. Because the Stonewood police had made it clear, some things were never meant to be discovered. And this is the story of what happened in the middle of Big Bertha and why it's been closed for 7 years. Make sure you like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos about the weird and strange of Fortnite's map.